three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
They get the rebound. Capella dishes to Howard. It's Harden with the drive. Koufos with the block. And here we go. McLemore heading to the hoop. Finishes the break with a slam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. So it'll be James Harden shooting. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. Rockets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. 16 seconds left in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Here is Caspi. Up again, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Rockets lead by 10. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Dwight, you guys have built a nice lead. How did you achieve that?
We're just trying to play good defense. It's tough down there, you know, but we're doing a good job of making them just shoot one shot and get out and run.
Dwight, thank you. Kevin, always a good thing when it's one and done for your opponent.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 21 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Coming in off a tough game last time out for him, he's clearly turned the page, and it's bouncing back tonight in a big way. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And over to Kenny now. Your take on the Kings.
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half, but that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments.
What a performance from Harden here. He's got 21 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's got today have been just electric. And former Coach of the Year George Karl making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. 2 on the clock. Rondo's shot is off. Houston leading by 10. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl, Greg, on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son, Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that?
That's right. It was a family affair.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Here's Harden on the wing. Bellinelli is covering. Harden gets to Ariza. No good with the triple. So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to Dallas.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
I'd venture to guess, Greg, that if that game was played in their building instead of on the road, they win it.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Michael Beasley. He's checked in for Moniunas. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Well, the main problem last year for the Kings, Greg, their defense. Just couldn't slow teams down on their end of the court, and it cost them.
Yeah, listen, a lot of it had to do with the defensive problems overall. They were pretty much in the bottom 10 of every major defensive category and dead last in blocks as well.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Screened by Cousins. Passes it to Bellinelli. Again, the miss by the Kings.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And you said it. I mean, the Kings had a tough time on defense. They also gave up the most fast break points in the league. I mean, they had a tough time getting back and defending in transition.
At the top of the key, Cousins. Nobody near Gay. The three-pointer off the mark.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And Brewer kicks to Howard. Rondo with the steal. The Kings trail by 11.
And the Kings were last in fast break points allowed. As you mentioned, what is odd was that there were rumors last season that the front office wanted to try out cherry picking on purpose. Pretty sure that's one of the worst ideas to try out in the NBA.
And the foul on Jason Terry. That's foul number 2 for him. Darren Collison. He's checked in for Sacramento.
Darren Collison.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Jumper off the screen. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Beasley, the pass to Howard. Terry outside. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Gay drives in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Beasley.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system. And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's McDaniels in for Trevor Ariza. Sacramento also making some changes. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Quincy Acer, and it's Ben McLemore in for Rajon Rondo.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across... You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Monty Eunice is checked in for Capella, and a change for the Kings. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. And it's Beasley in the corner. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Goes up, and McLemore slams it in.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
Monty Eunice kicks to Beasley. He feeds it to Terry. Back to Beasley. On the wing, Brewer fires the three. Another miss by Houston. The Kings trail by 7. Now Collison. Here's Kufis. No luck. Excellent D there from Beasley.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Well, the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have Clarkson impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
Here's Brewer. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
On the wing, Brewer. Power down with both hands.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that. A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
McLemore dishes to Collison. Stolen by Terry. And now Terry pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And both free throws good for Terry. The Kings trail by 11. Now here's Collison. One second left. Misses off the left iron. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Houston leading by 11, and a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Rudy Gay is out there with Quincy Ace. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Rondo in at the point.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Inside, and the jam by Rudy Gay.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your career highlight reel.
Rondo kicks to Gay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. It's Harden with the drive, and he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they?